It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Hurts. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And a Cowboy first down.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brandon Graham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the option, here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 32-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job, because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
39-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
1 yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Miles Sanders.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home and turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Eagles 14, Cowboys 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 37. Hurts. Being chased out left. And off the deflection, it's caught. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
Now, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Second down, here's Hurts. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Bama, Trayvon Diggs. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
And this one too low.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
Prescott off play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
To Ezekiel.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A gain of 8 and a first down. Now a give here to Pollard. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Prescott.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Another run here with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Check 4, check 4.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up the little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll be good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third down, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Eagles take over.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. It's a second down run with Sanders. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to fire one deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
At the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And a Cowboy first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A run here with Dak. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Sanders. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our